Hello, everyone. Welcome to the ADY Podcast. Today, I'm joined by Anta and Antics and our guest, CucuyCharles. Hello, Cucuy.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah. So, Cucuy, how are you doing today?
All right. I just wanted to do this app because why not? It'd be fun. Plus, I got a
We
lot of things.
actually, Charles wants to do this episode to say that he is leaving the Unturned podcast and joining the ADYcast as a full-time member.
Oh no, that's not true. But I did come on here to talk about some things potentially because I personally don't want to talk about it in any capacity in any of my connected works, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like it's just not something I want to talk about. But there is I will talk about certain things on here.
And we're not
I
good
don't think
enough?
Okay.
I will.
Are you saying we're not good enough?
I'm saying that you're gonna hear things I would never say anything else anywhere else because
Oh,
Oh, so
so
we're
we
better.
get exclusive rights to some things that he's gonna say. That's what he's saying right now. That's literally what
I'm
he's
saying
You know,
that
guys, this is just what
I'm not gonna
happens when
talk
you make a
about
better
this.
podcast.
I'm probably not gonna talk about this anywhere else because I honestly don't want to give certain people credit, and I honestly don't want to like.
Yeah, guys, he's saying that he hates Trident Games and Knight Rider and Z-Man. That's what he's saying. That's literally what he's saying.
Okay.
Essentially.
I don't know if you guys have any questions for me, or you just like invited me and said let's do it, and then like had nothing
Why don't you
prepared.
go on for a little bit? Talk
Yeah,
talk
someone
first.
tell
talk
tell
first.
us about one of those things you're talking about. Right
No,
now.
I want questions. I want questions. You all brought me here. I agreed, and I was expecting some questions or at least something.
Okay.
Oh my God, this guy.
So, I really want to know. How does your podcast work?
We
Because
Tell us the
Like,
ins and outs of it.
you guys because all the time I just see like, just yeah.
Yeah,
No,
literally.
that's information I will not give due to the sensitivity of it.
Okay, so guys,
Come on, you gotta have something.
You can speak, Eunice.
Okay, Kukoy,
Come
Kukoy.
on.
I wanted to ask, how does it feel that Untamed Antics is surpassed you in followers? It must be
I
quite
did-
saddening.
How many followers does the intern even and have?
More than you, literally more than
113.
you.
Huh?
113. Not
That
to
sounds
toot my
about
own
right.
horn or anything.
But yeah,
That sounds about right. Well, I mean, this guy did P9's mom like several times, so I would understand.
Okay.
Do people even remember that? Do people even remember
Yeah,
how
I
many
remember.
times
I
he did
remember.
P9's
That's how
mom?
he. That's how he started. That's how he started out. Humble beginnings. Humble beginnings.
Yeah,
for,
and then
Antics.
Whole beginnings
Yeah,
from the
that'd be
crevice
fucking-
behind mom's ass crack.
Daddy fucking blocked you because of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get suspended because of
enemy.
it? Did you get
Enemy.
suspended because of it?
Yeah, I got suspended for over 3 weeks in total from talking about someone's mom.
P9
But I
that
don't
runs
like
P9
P9's mom.
P9 that
It was
runs
P9's
Twitter.
mom.
P9 that runs Twitter. That's confirmed, guys. Only on this show. You'd never find this on what's it called? The Unturned podcast.
Guys, we need to address the actual fact though. P9 does not fake his base raids, but
Yeah.
what he does do, he goes on low pop servers with newbie players and takes advantage of them. You
Yeah,
can see that in all of
that's
his
quite
videos.
true,
He's
actually.
playing with noobs that talk to each other through in-game. They
Yeah.
don't even got Discord. like-
Yeah, it's always like little Russian like babies fighting each other. I think that's how he wins.
I think in one of his videos he was like trying to ambush these guys tried ambushing him, like making a play on him.
Yeah, they were
And they
using the
said it
in-game voice
in-game.
chat.
Yeah, he was like, should I shoot him? Should I shoot him in game? Well, he's trying to talk to his friend on Discord. He was holding down Alt to talk in game. Like, these guys are complete noobs, and he's taking advantage of them for content. We want to see some good skill plays, not some guy who's missing every shot.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna talk about anything. I mean, I guess I will say this.
I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I think he's cool.
Yeah,
When it
he's
comes to
quite
P9's ability and skill, I mean, I haven't really seen much difference. I don't know. The last time I actually saw him in the server, man's really walked in one direction, stopped, turned, and then walked in that direction, like a fucking robot. That's the last time I seen him. And the entire community, there was like a video recording of it too, and like certain people were like laughing at laughing at fucking P9. They're like, "What is this?" Because he literally goes in one direction,
Yeah.
stopped, and then turned around and looked at the other. And it was the fucking weirdest thing ever.
Slightly above average. He's just slightly above average, which puts him over these noob guys easily.
It's kind of funny though.
Yeah, people of like my skill nature, my high end mathematical skills. I actually do equations mid fights to get these skills. I could destroy him easily if he's joined these servers, but I don't play those servers because vanilla's ass.
Eunice, you have any
Yeah.
questions? You have any questions, bro? You have any questions? Come on.
So,
Anything.
Kukui, you know, how's I
Oh
think
my fucking
Antics
God.
has the rest of the Antics.
Oh my God.
Antics
Oh
has
my
something to say.
god, you're relying on me. You're relying on me.
Antics, I
Actually
literally,
feeding me.
okay, whatever. I just ask away. Go ask him. Ask him. I'll
I
have one
want
for
to
the
know.
next time.
I want to know. Give us some inside info. Who's gonna be on your next podcast episode?
I think Nilex, if he just responds.
He literally, they literally put it on Twitter. Antics. That was a horrible question. That was a terrible
Nilex?
question. Terrible.
I don't look at their Twitter because it's irrelevant.
Okay, that is extremely
We
true.
we putting shots out here. Here on the ADY Podcast, we throwing shots out here. We throwing shade. It's
yeah.
irrelevant.
Mhm.
I would like to say some undisclosed information. I got this from some outside sources. That Trident Games YouTube channel, he doesn't do any of his videos. He pays people to do it for him.
Yeah, I heard
That's
he
not him
pays,
playing.
Yeah.
He pays people to go on his Steam account and record this stuff. That is not him playing.
That is.
Whenever it's a single player series, he's just audio overing a video.
Do you really
And
think
this is
that?
real sources. I would provide the evidence, but
So just
it
your
would
evidence
leak
is
my
just
source.
something
It would leak my source and my inside guy.
so-
So I
so
cannot
you're-
do that.
So your sources just trust me, bro.
No, his
No,
source isn't.
no, my source is a real person. It would just
Oh my
leak
God.
him if I
Yeah,
had
but
to show
you
the
can't.
evidence.
You can't show
You're
any
clearly
evidence.
not listening here. You're
Antics,
But
he's
not.
not
here's the
listening.
thing.
He's not listening.
You're
Oh my
not
God.
listening. You're being.
So you can't show me anything, is what you're saying. So
Bro,
what you're
that
saying
would-
is
that
just
would
Okay, so
compromise
besides
his
the point, guys,
entire
I
thing,
would
man.
like
What
to
the hell's
say
wrong
my
with you?
final thing before we start asking questions is here. Do you think Firen and Knight Rider are the same person?
Oh
They
my
sound
fucking
exactly
God.
the
No, they
same.
don't, bro.
No, I
They
think. Look,
sound-
listen.
Okay, I will
This is
say.
this is my
I
theory.
will say. No. I'm still talking, Eunice. I will
Antics,
say
You're pushing my buttons.
they
right now,
sound
man.
exactly the same, but Firen has a little bit of the thing called tucking his wiener behind his legs when he goes out in public.
No.
He tucks it behind his legs. That's what you get from Firen. But to me, they sound exactly the same.
No, it sounds like his was like, I don't know, twisted or
No.
something and like ripped off. But no, you know what? This is my Knight Rider game theory on Firen and Knight Rider. I think Knight Rider is the skinnier, less fat twin of Firen.
I can see that. I can get down with that. I can actually get down with that.
Yeah, I think that's true. So Kukui,
This is so mean. This is so mean.
So Kukui, you know, you guys were talking on your show that we were gonna only last, for like 3 episodes.
I didn't say that. I didn't even say that.
I really want to know. And you're saying we're not affecting the community in any way.
Yeah.
People
I never
that
said
don't do
that.
anything, but then you have Salty Waffles on, who just PvPs on free.
Yeah,
Salty
who
Waffles?
the hell is Salty Waffles? I have never heard of this.
He's a
guy.
He's the
PvP
leader of
here.
Saints. Yeah, he was the leader of Saints. One of the
The
biggest
leader
I
of
don't give a
Who?
shit what that is. It's an unturned PvP group.
Salty
Yeah.
who? Who did you say?
Salty
Exactly, never
what?
heard of
Salty,
him.
and Salty Waffles fucked over like basically almost every major clan.
Okay, hold on.
And
Clan. We're talking about clans. Okay, Unturned.
Yeah.
Are you saying you guys have gone so far to prove that Unturned is becoming a clan game?
No, Salty's been here for a very long time. Like this shit's been around for a very long time. Just no one really cares.
You
Like,
guys,
they did it for me. And plus, on top of that, he was leaving. He left completely after that episode. Like that was it. So
also, you
Bill, we
guys
don't
had
need no
you guys
bitches on
had
Unturned.
5
We don't
lols.
need any bitches on
Bro,
Unturned.
antics.
We don't need
antics.
any bitches on
These guys
Unturned.
really had 5 lols coalition on before us, man. These guys are so lost. It's so sad.
Five Lows were filtering
Can
out
we talk
V-Man.
about Five Lows Coalition? They are a group of banned kids / ROTC wannabes. These guys
they're
are
just
straight out of the ROTC
people
class.
with people with 1,000 plus Heart of Iron 4 hours. That's what they are. That's all they are.
Okay, but this is the final thing, and then we're actually going to talk about what this episode is about, which is Charles himself.
Mhm.
But
They were
I
so
really want to
unfunny.
know who actually listens to Stoswell's music.
I
Can
do
we say that in the
sometimes.
comments? I want someone to comment and show me that they've actually listened to all of his music.
I'm pretty sure Silverboy does. Silverboy
Maybe not
does
all of
stuff
it.
about but
That shit is so. I can't listen to it.
No, antics. We shouldn't throw too much shade, man. He's our next guest.
Okay, that's it. That's enough. That's enough for today.
Yeah,
But
You guys
Charles,
you guys have been throwing so much shade this episode. It's ridiculous, man. It's like
we gotta start off with the bang. We gotta start off with the bang.
Yeah, we're starting off with
And
the bang.
I got some more shade that I gotta throw, but that's later on.
Yeah, that's his.
I would
little-
say, Charles, are we gonna go to the public about this? How you are a dictator on your SMP server?
Yeah,
what do you mean?
He runs a dictatorship. There was a map vote, and he overrode it because he was mad that his map
So,
didn't get voted in.
Let me get a little bit of context here.
Now you're gonna talk.
Now
So
you're
I
gonna
usually
explain everything,
don't
man.
talk
Okay,
about
okay.
I usually don't talk about the SMP server because I usually keep it under wraps so that no one really knows that it exists. But what originally happened and what made this SMP server even a thing was because of Man.
'Cause
Mailman
his
is
event
like-
sucked. His event
Hold
was
up,
so
hold up.
bad.
Shut
it was
up,
terrible,
shut up.
man.
Shut up, Eunice.
Okay, fine.
Let me
sure.
explain. Every single Man event that has had other content creators has went downhill almost 100% of the time. And it was during when was it Kuwait? When Kuwait released, I told a couple of people, including Z-Man, Trident Games, and I forgot who else. I told them that this event's gonna go downhill again. And I have a plan ready to go. And I told Z-Man, hey, I have something that we have to do immediately once this event goes to shit, because I already knew it was going to go to shit for a couple of reasons. First of all, Man has a track record of making events really bad when he touches it for whatever reason. It's just he can't seem to fucking make an actual good event that's able to last a little bit longer. He could, but he just needs to get rid of all the people like that he considers quote unquote friends to join, because all they do is just like kill everyone else and then make it not fucking.
He wants
Uh,
Unturn to be
entertaining.
Rust. He wants
It's
Unturn
just
to be
full
Rust.
of, it's just full
But
of
hold up.
like racist people in this
Let me-
Discord server.
Let me explain.
God.
The moment that we saw me and Trident, I was discussing with him. I told him that there was applications in his own Discord server. First of all, anyone that knows Man's Discord server is actually the worst part of the Unturned community. Almost every person in there has posted a gore video or a beheading
Yeah,
video
that
or
is
some
true,
other
that's
type
true.
of shit like that. It's one of the worst and most toxic places in the entire community of Unturned. It's ridiculous. It's kind of crazy
It
how
was full of,
nothing
like,
bad has
it was
happened
full
when
of
they're
like
like that.
South American like white nationalists. It was like it's crazy.
So
I actually-
basically, hold on, let me continue, bro.
You
So
could talk.
so he kept this application listing, and that's when I knew it was like, okay, he's getting a bunch of randoms to fucking join, and then it all happened, and then fucking randoms just ruined the whole event. And then the content creators who I was talking to, first of all, I was telling them, hey, we all need to jump ship, because I was already planning that this shit was gonna happen, and I told all these content creators that like, hey, yo, we're jumping ship. I knew this was gonna go down south. You all need to come with me and like leave this event, because no one's gonna care about this in like 2 days. And then most of them left. And then some of them said that they already started on Man's event, and it was like fucking day one, and they wanted to stay there for a little bit. And I'm like, okay, then. So I think there was a lot of people that didn't want to jump ship just yet, but didn't matter because they still got fucked over in the end. But there was a bunch of content creators that left. This included, I believe it was Liam and Silver Stats and a couple. I don't remember the exact listing, but it was a bunch of like people that was originally brought in from the inner community to come and play, and then got fucked over by all the tryhards like fucking that was on Kuwait. And then I told Z-Man, hey, make a server. I'll be the community lead manager, because I already knew who I wanted to invite to this listing, because I already picked out the people who were not fucking tryhards. And then that's how the SMP server became a thing with a bunch of people. And then it was Kuwait. And that's why the first Kuwait SMP video, that was Z-Man's. That was on the Kuwait SMP that we made together. So after Kuwait SMP, basically the whole server went, eventually died off. And then Z-Man was acting sus. So I took over the whole thing, because it was technically my idea. I told Z-Man to do it. I was the person that got everyone invited. And I was the person making sure that, nothing really stupid was really happening on there, because he was dealing with his own stuff. And then I took advantage, and I just put my server, my test server that I've had for years, on Unturned since 2017. I've used this test server, and I've been paying for it out of with my own money since 2017. for it used to be testing for glitches, but just because I didn't trust regular like public servers with anything, so and I just used that to be the SMP server now, and that's what it is. So fast forward to today, the SMP server technically last it's been like the third cycle because technically it was arid. Then I had another switch to I believe what was the map I forgot.
Carpat.
It was Carpat, then New Brunswick, and then now arid. Now
no one played New Brunswick. I want everyone to know not a single person hopped on New Brunswick.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to bring up that I had a vote of the suggestions of what people were asking for new maps to happen, and the winner was New Brunswick. And I was looking at the listing over the week to figure out who was actually joining the server and who was not. And I found out that only like Stas and fucking his friend joined, and like no one else really joined that whole entire server
because they were sweating. They were sweating so hard, bro.
Well, no one joined. Like literally no one because
also
I don't know.
You took up like a quarter of the episode talking about the history of arid SMP.
Well, you're not giving me questions, so I have to do this for you.
Okay.
So basically what happens is that New Brunswick fucking wins, no one plays it, and I get kind of like annoyed because I'm like, all right, so the voting just sucks because nobody plays. So the new voting, I put everything there except for New Brunswick, and I was already planning, this was what I was planning. I was planning to do was to make it so I didn't have arid, but I told Eunice beforehand that I'm going to make the server arid just because, I think it's just a better map for long-term survival play. So I told him I was gonna make it arid. So I put the vote up, right? And I put all the old ones to see what happened. Fucking Canada was winning, and I was like, okay, no one's playing fucking Canada. I know Canada. And then as a joke, because I already knew this was gonna happen. This was the plan from the get-go. I removed all the listing and put arid for everything, for all the votes. So everything was arid, and I just said the arid won. And then. Yeah, that's what happened, basically.
That was a great story. I'm thoroughly impressed. But I think this is just me. I think we need to make an actual good SMP for the community. Not like invite randos, but we need to get people that actually will make videos on the SMP. Because it won't live unless people are making content.
That's true.
Because content runs the world. We need people that actually record. It doesn't even have to videos, just clips that they upload. Because clips will get tons of views. It's like 30-second clips. Like I've had clips made off of me where I'm just like, I'm being dried up here. People are using me for content, man. But when you invite people like smaller people with like a couple hundred subs that'll just make videos like Fluffy Pancake. I don't know if you know who that is. I think he's an animator.
He's a good animator. I like him, man. He's a nice guy.
There's people like that, like, cause like SMP, like even on Arid, Charles, the SMP when it was on Arid, no one made a single clip of it. No video. Nothing.
Yep.
It was just you and your friend grinding 14 hours a night.
Well, the thing was is that I was the whole premise of the arid SMP because originally I didn't really want to do SMPs after the Kuwait, but I took over because Z-Man wasn't doing anymore and Z-Man was acting sus. So I just made arid SMP because I wanted to play arid, but I didn't want to just go on a fucking regular vanilla server because that's just kind of bruh. I really just didn't want to at that point because kind of boring. It's just kind of boring in my opinion. And like, there's no one cool on there. It's just usually like either some random guy or like some tryhards, and I don't really want to start stories. And usually when I play long term, it just I'd rather just not be on a fucking vanilla server. I usually just play fucking roguelike anyway on any server. I don't even make bases because I find it kind of not useless, kind of useless.
Tedious. Just tedious.
No, just useless. Bases are useless in a turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why I even did it in the first place. It wasn't really specifically to make an SMP. It was more so just I wanted to play arid, but not necessarily play arid like complete single player, but still be able to give people like a chance to go on. So
yeah, that is true.
That was the original plan.
It was quite fun though. It was quite fun. I mean, I think me and like Antics, we shot at some Dutch people from time to time, so that was quite fun. So
yeah.
Anyway, Cucuy, I have a question about your show. You know, where did you get the the idea to start, making it?
I wanted to make videos, but not necessarily on my main channel. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because I don't really want. Okay, I mean, I can make videos, but I just don't have motivation to make actual videos. Like I have so many ideas, but the problem is that motivation is really killing me, and necessarily I don't really want to make videos. If that makes any sense. But I do have ideas for videos if I have the motivation to make it, and also I really wanted to make something for Unturned, but not necessarily make videos. So what was the next best thing? Just talk about random Unturned shit that happens, and just for like an hour at a time and post them online, and get 3 other people to join me that would be good for this. So it was Z-Man, Trident, and Knight. That was the main idea. I made the channel in December for the Unturned podcast, and that's where we are now. So it's more so like I don't know. It's a bit strange. I don't know. It's a bit strange, but like I wanted to make content for Unturned, but I didn't want to make content that was, I guess, like that would be unmotivating for me to do because I'm just lazy most of the time. So I just made the Unturned podcast as a way to just do it. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does. But see, that kind of goes with what I was saying about an actual server for content creators, where it'll motivate you when you see other people uploading on the same server. It would motivate you.
I don't think we would be on there, to be honest.
No. I have the capital on YouTube, Eunice. I have
It's
the
like no, it's not even like people that would watch. I just don't want to make content at the time. Like there's a point where I was okay with making videos. I just don't find it don't have any motivation. And there's not really much there. If that makes any sense, I guess. I don't even know. Even on a regular server, or even like an SMP, I think I would just do jokes. It depends. It really depends. I don't know, but it depends. You have any other questions? Because this is us.
So, Cucuy, why are some your guests? Where do you what's the process of choosing who you add to invite to your show?
Just ask them.
Just ask who, random people,
people that we find interesting. It's not necessarily like, oh, this guy, I want this guy. Like, no, it's just like, hey, you want to join? And then we just have a list of people that want to join, and we're like, who do you want to bring on? So,
you guys find the 5 Lol Coalition interesting? Yeah. Okay. That's it's quite odd. I mean, they're quite boring.
I mean, some of us bring up. Here's the thing. Some of us are like, okay, can we have these people on? And I have no problem with it, if I'm being honest with you, because I honestly don't care about who we really bring on. It just really cares about the rest of the people. Because if anything, I would bring on so many different other people, but I knew it wouldn't really. There would be not many questions, if that makes any sense. So I asked them. So if they say hey, can we bring this person on? I'm like, okay, then I don't really care, because I can ask anything to anyone. I mean, I've been here for a very long time, and so it's not necessarily a challenge for me to ask questions to somebody that's doing a specific thing in Unturned, because I've experienced almost everything in Unturned. So it's not that crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of an advantage you guys got over us, because you guys are have established channels and stuff, your hosts, So if you ask people to join, then they'll probably say yes.
Yeah, people like me and Eunice, and Dornald, we haven't uploaded anything major to YouTube.
Yeah.
We don't really do much. We just sit on Twitter and stuff with Unturned. I think Dornald made the evolution of Unturned video.
Yeah, he also
Dornald made that. That got 19K
others,
views.
Yeah.
That was probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
But I think all 3 of us combined for about 200 and something subs, barely over 200.
Yeah, I mean,
because Eunice is kind of holding us back. Eunice is kind of irrelevant, so he's kind of holding me and Dornald back.
Okay,
but
Cucuy, okay.
That's me. That's not even
Antics,
Cucuy.
Antics.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know what you're trying to say, Eunice. I'm not saying anything.
Eunice just hates Cucuy, apparently. He's just blaming him. But
the truth comes out.
No. Yeah.
He said, yeah.
I want to know, what was the first glitch you found? What was the first glitch?
The first glitch ever found in Unturned that I found? Or do you mean what do you mean?
Found that you found. That one you figured out.
By myself? I honestly don't remember. It's not specifically. There's not specifically a glitch that I found particularly like by myself. I mean, there's a bunch, but I don't remember the first one I did. I do remember the first one I tended the first glitch I ever did, and it was like on my other account back in like 20 like late 2014, I think it was, or something like that. And it was basically where we were at Cape Rock, and this Romanian man, he was like, no. It was like some random Romanian guy, and he was like, "Hey, bro," he was about to get off for the day because we were playing on the Brains Network, and he was about to get off for the day, and he told me, "Hey, yo, I need to show you something," and he placed 3 plates on the side of Cape Rock on PEI, and then he goes under them and he says, "Hey, just teleport to me." I teleported to him and I go through the map, and he's like, "Haha, isn't that funny? Isn't that cool?" And that was the first glitch I've ever experienced on Unturned. And then after that, right, the guy says, "All right, I gotta go, man. You have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow." That account has been inactive for over 5 years now.
Damn.
He never went back online. The last thing he did was show me a glitch, the first glitch ever, and left, which is kind of weird. That it was some random Romanian guy, and then I never saw him ever again. I never saw anything about that guy ever again, and yeah.
It was an act of God.
What the fuck? I think I know what glitch you're talking about, though. You could do it with beds, too, I remember.
It was
I
a
used to do
TPA
that on
glitch.
RP servers. Yeah, you could do it with
It's
beds,
old.
too. You just angled a something... Like, you could do it with doors. You just angled a plate, and you could place a bed under and slash home. And
Yeah.
it'd
Oh,
throw
I
you
think,
through the door.
that glitch where if you, I think you could use doors to like push your character through, because I think the doors used to push your character.
Yeah,
if you...
that's what I just explained.
Okay, Anthix. Okay.
You just managed to switch bed with door and explained it differently.
Antics.
Uh.
No, this was a completely different thing, man. Whatever.
That is the
Okay.
same exact thing you just said. Yeah, I remember that.
Just shut up, man. Shut up. Koi, you're replacing Antics next episode.
Oh.
Yeah. What's another question? Come on, keep the questions rolling.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let
What?
Antics ask this one.
Are you gonna stop talking? You do this. Okay.
Shut your mouth, man. Shut
What
up.
is next? What are you guys gonna do? Are you guys just gonna keep making podcast episodes? Like, when is it just gonna end?
Maybe at the end of the year, honestly.
End of this?
Like,
Come on.
eventually it's just gonna get repetitive. Like, oh, a new unturned guy that no one's heard about before.
Yeah,
Oh.
one new what's it called, PvP group or something. Or one new.
Well, we haven't hit that point yet. I mean, there's a bunch of people still in Unturned.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
still
like,
a lot of people.
and I think
Like, there's still a lot of people.
I mean, yeah, I think there's like I think eventually the channel will just become like an archive of like community members, and eventually people will be like, "Oh, I remember this guy," or I remember that guy," and I think it'll just be like a small archive of everyone, because eventually everyone's gonna leave, and everyone's gonna be like not really remember each other and not really remember certain people, and then I guess it would eventually become an archive of community members, if that makes any sense, for like a couple hours, and I think that's nice to see.
Yeah.
Because I don't really think there's many places where there's communities where community members are archived all together in like really one place. That makes any sense, but not necessarily like in a wiki or something like that, because that's kind of cringe.
Yeah.
And somewhere like we were able to be more tangible. So I think eventually we're to get to that point. And I think if depending on what happens with our cast, and including especially myself, and I'm not sure. I think the end of the year. Maybe the last episode might be the December, last Friday of December. So I mean Sunday of December. Fuck. So yeah, that probably will be. If anything, that would probably be the last episode.
Okay.
But most likely we're gonna continue going on. I'm not really sure because there's a bunch of people that still have that still want to be on. So I don't think we're gonna run out of people anytime soon. And there's 4 people that you could just bring back if anything crazy were to happen with them, like they were to make something new, or they did something big, or something huge happens in the turn. And plus, we never know. I mean, personally, I said this at the beginning of the year on the first episode of the podcast. I feel like this is the year of Unturned, and I feel like something is gonna happen. That's gonna be majorly pushed Unturned to the end. And for all I know, it could be like either it could have been the middle of the year or the end of the year. But I feel like there's gonna be a resurgence, and that's why I even started the podcast in the first place. It was because I felt that resurgence, but I'm not entirely sure.
Something's gonna happen. I think you guys remember the Gang Z series?
Yeah.
Of course.
You guys ever watched that? It's the biggest unturned collaboration ever, pretty much, besides the Dying Light one. So many YouTubers are on that server, but
it was good.
It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back.
Do you really
on
think
one
so?
of Paulosaurus's, the unturned god Paulosaurus himself, hinted at a resurgence with Gang Z, that he was getting the Gang Z group back together.
Why did he do that? Why did he do that?
Oh no. I don't know. That's weird. Because I know a lot of people that were a part of the Gang Z. The person that I'm referencing is Generic B. Generic B was one of the stars of that server. It was Generic B, MLBB, and then Pulsars Jr. And I don't remember who else was there. Those were the three.
Vintage Beef.
Oh yeah, Vintage.
They all had over 1 million subs. All three of those guys. Paulosaurus.
Yeah. But like, I know Generic was left completely. Paul's has been in the rut. I don't really know much about. Well, MLBB doesn't even make content anymore.
No, he's still
on
streams.
There's a lot of people.
On YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I would think it would be really, really difficult to bring that back because everyone's gone, and it's like it's a lost piece of media. Not lost, but like you'll never get that back. I mean, like I don't think that era of Unturned will ever come back.
It was.
Yeah, I don't think that era of Unturned will ever be back, and it'll be like that little pocket of history where it'd be like, oh my god, he fucking stole the hovercraft from our base on the hotel.
We scrapped their Hell's Fury. We scrapped the Hell's Fury.
Yeah, I mean, it was really funny.
Yeah.
I will say it was pretty good. I kind of enjoyed it. It was a pretty good story, but it just never really.
Trojan Horse episode on PEI was amazing.
Yeah,
it was really the Dream SMP. It was the Dream SMP front turn, dude. That was what it was.
So better.
But
it was just so much better though.
I should do a meme like that. There should be the Dream SMP and be like where boys cried and where men cried as Sponsors Jr. and MLBB losing his hovercraft.
Also, speaking of the Gang Z, do you guys remember that one episode where they had like an item or something that was like brand new that Nelson added just for their show? It was like a picket sign or something where you can it's a regular sign where you can write on it, but you can destroy it with like melee weapons. Do you guys remember that?
Like you can hold?
No, it was like a sign, and you could destroy it with melee weapons. So then they didn't have to like blow up the vehicles to get signs off of them.
Oh.
Well, let me try and find it. Unturned.
What you're saying, but
I don't think I remember that. I don't remember that, if honestly.
But I do think my favorite part of the Gang Z was when they it was on the Russian one when they had to move into St. Petersburg. They all took like factions.
They had corners.
Yeah, they had their own little slots. That was good.
Oh, it was an interesting concept.
Pulling up photos.
Hey, I got
those.
Yeah, these ones. Remember these?
That was on the Hawaii one, right?
Yeah. Do you think these are still in the game?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably not.
It's just a sign. It's just a birch sign.
No,
it's just signs.
No, it's a sign, but you can destroy it with like melee tools and stuff. So you don't have to.
This probably still does exist, honestly.
Yeah. Also, Cucuy, you know how
it says to activate.
A little bit earlier, you were talking about how you wanted you think the channel is going to become like an archive or something for community.
Probably.
Members. Yeah. Would you have P9 there on your show?
I think there is room. Okay, based on my interactions with P9, I don't think it might not happen. But I'm not opposed to an episode having P9 on the podcast. It would be kind of funny.
What about Reign of Pain? How about him?
No, he's a weird person that I don't want to associate with him because it's like kind of a weird case, and I don't really want to get into that. I mean, my friend, as he's my friend, and,
I know.
I know all the stories that happened before that, and there's a lot more stuff that technically happened behind the scenes that people don't know about, and I don't, and I'm not going to associate with that guy. There's certain people I will not bring onto my podcast, and I mean, I told certain people that you're not going to be able to come on because of their past, and I don't want to associate with certain people.
Name some of those
Because
people. No, I'm
you, I
joking.
mean,
Don't. I mean, well, if
I
you
mean,
want
I
to,
think
do it.
if you can guess a name, I probably will. I'll probably either tell you or not, but it'd be funny.
Baker. Old
Holt
Baker.
Baker, Holt Baker. Oh, don't even get me started, man. Don't even get me fucking started, bro.
What did
What a
Holt Baker do?
weirdo.
What did he
What a
do?
weirdo,
What did
bro.
he do, man? What the?
Nah, that's all behind this. That's all behind the scenes. I'm not gonna talk about that. Dude, someone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, what did Holt Baker do?" No, Holt Baker's fine. Holt Baker didn't do nothing.
Old Baker rapist? Old Baker rapist?
What?
Someone's gonna call Old Baker.
Holt Baker's
racist.
fine. No one acts us. Holt Baker didn't do anything.
They just don't like each other. They just don't like each other.
Nah,
But, like,
See.
I don't know why people hate P9. I think everyone started hating P9 because of Z-Man. Just even if they don't even watch him, they just hate him.
no, that's
I
no.
have
People
nothing
don't
to hate
like
him about.
people don't like P9 because of a couple of reasons, and I don't. I tried to explain this a little bit to him, but at the same time, I think he's just a brick wall. He's not gonna like explain. It was like when I was telling him that
Yeah.
when his attack on Union was stupid, and he admitted to me that he did some dumb shit, and he's like, oh, whatever. But I told here's the reason why people don't like P9. He in the past he used to do repetitive content over and over and over again. He has really no personality. That's why whenever he plays on the other game, he gets less than 10k. Minecraft is the biggest example of that. That's really what happened.
He's boring.
I mean, to
He's
be
a
honest,
boring
you know
character,
when he
I
said when he said he likes Unturned again, or when he came back to Unturned after Minecraft, I think it's just because he wasn't getting any views. He just came back.
I'm not gonna say
That's
that.
exactly why.
I'm not
got-
gonna say that because I don't know. I don't know P9.
It was
Well,
like a
here's the-
night and day difference in views with Unturned and Minecraft. Night and day. It was so.
On Twitch, no one goes out of their way to watch P9 on Twitch. Z-Man gets more viewers when he streams than P9. P9 gets like 10 viewers at his peak when he streams because he's so boring.
Panda he's just boring, man.
I mean, yeah, he is boring. Like that's why people don't like him. He's boring. He used to do a bunch of repetitive content, and he made his own moniker, Unturned Base Rating, where he just goes on like Antic said beforehand, on low pop servers, then with players that don't even really know how to play, and then just destroys them. So I mean, like it's all those. He hasn't really. I mean, from what I've seen, and I also just would like say this. He has not really improved in the skill of the game when it comes to it, and he's been kind of in the same kind of patch. I mean, he says like, you know, oh, he tries really hard. Yeah, you try really hard to like just to get the same content over and over again, but you gotta improve a little bit, bro. But no, that's people don't like P9 because of that. Like he's that reason, but also kind of disrespectful. I mean, it seems like he doesn't really give a fuck about anyone else, even in his own. I'll bring up this. Even in his own tournament before that esports tournament that he did, he was kicking out. Well, Salty said this, but he was kicking out people beforehand the event, which I also knew was happening because quote unquote they weren't like really associated with P9. Because P9, what he did is he got rid of a bunch of people who weren't quote unquote associated with P9, which was like basically him saying that they weren't either subscribed or at all cared about P9. They just wanted to be a part of the tournament, right? And he scrubbed all the people that just wanted to be a part of the tournament and got only the people that were like on with his fans, right? That were just his fan base. And then we all know what happened with that fucking tournament. Horrible rule set, horrible people. First of all, horrible players, and yeah, it was really dumb. Kind of.
Enemy was on there, right?
I don't remember. I do know that the person that won, I think his name was Tortuga or something like that, eventually went on to scam a bunch of people for a bunch of stuff. So that's what I remember. If I remember correctly, his name was like Tortuga, and he was a scammer. Because I remember I was friends with the guy, and then he started scamming a bunch of people, and then a bunch of people got really pissed off. And he was the winner of the event. If I remember correctly. I could be misremembering this entire thing completely wrong, but Tortuga, he was the winner, and then the guy that scammed a bunch of people, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But then again, like, but also the people like that were in the scene were like, you know, fuck this guy. Why is this guy getting rid of us when literally we didn't do anything? We wanted just to be a part of this tournament, and then like people got pissed about that. Yeah, he's just kind of like a joke to some people. He's just kind of like a joke.
And what he did with the jurors, he basically used them for a raid video.
Here's the weird thing about that, because I don't really like that anymore, because I think jurors really did try to make it that way. I'm not really sure. It's such a weird case, because there's a lot of people that I feel like there's like multiple backstabs that have happened there, but I'm not gonna get into that. I don't really know. I like the jurors, but that was a scenario where I'm like I'm not so sure about what jurors did was right, and I don't personally don't believe.
As you would say.
I don't believe what he did was right.
I want to say something about the jazz, but I messaged him, I DM'd him about this after what's his name? Z-Man made the P9's hypocrisy video, and he used like a DMs with the jazz, and I DM'd the jazz asking him if he thought that P9 actually used him, and he said like, this is a quote: "I don't think P9 used me though, lol." And then
because if I remember correctly,
he said he thinks it's a bit of an exaggeration with that.
I believe so too.
He didn't really use them. He kind of just didn't really acknowledge the jurors when he made the video.
Yeah, he said I think he said that after he what's it called? He got ghosted or something. He said, and I think it was in P9's Z-Man's video where they just got ghosted. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that did happen. But no, I think what happened was that he told him, "Hey, come and raid," and he brought him on and used his raiding supplies, which is something interesting. But that shit's like, I don't know, it's such a weird case.
That's what he does. He uses other people for raids too. Like, I think recently, this year he made a video and he teamed up with his so-called random fan that he met on the server. And then the guy grinded all night for him and got him like a full metal base, tons of charges and stuff.
That sounds about right.
So Cucuy, didn't you play with him? Cucuy, you played with him on an episode.
I've seen
a video.
Oh, on Kuwait, yeah. I joined Doug because I was gonna join the meme, and I just kept carjacking a tank over and over again just to piss off the audio. So I just kept doing that over and over again, which was kind of funny because they were all on the call and they wouldn't invite me to the call even though I was in the group, and they kept asking me for stuff. I just kept carjacking the tank, so that's kind of funny.
That's about right.
And again,
using other people.
I don't know. I never really liked P9 for the majority of my time on this game. And I just as time has gone on, as time has like slowly gone on, I just have more reason to dislike him. So I don't know. I don't really have any problem with anyone else really when it comes to stuff like that though. Except for one person, but yeah.
Say his name. Go on.
Okay. I think the final thing I want to talk about is probably, I don't know if you guys know what the server is.
Are we gonna be talking about Bogo Pizza, man? Are we gonna be talking about that?
Yes, Bogo Pizza server.
God damn it, man.
Not many people, unless you're invested into the Unturned community, really know Bogo Pete. He runs a server in the bootleg genre, which was really big. Robocast made a series on it. I don't know if you remember that, Charles. Yeah, like that was the biggest thing in Unturned in a while. It got like 4 million total views in his series. But he runs one, and Bogo Pete, when there was other rival servers, because the official one that Robocast used shut down, and Bogo Pete made his own, got all custom stuff, and had allegations of not paying devs to make him custom stuff, but we got no evidence of that. He did get banned from Unturned Official because of it, but then he got reinvited, so it's unconfirmed. But I can confirm, and I can provide evidence that Bogo Pete would send his donator goons to other bootleg servers and glitch on them using unturned glitches he found and made a Google Doc for to get them shut down so his would get players. I have the Google Doc and the screenshots.
Send me that Google Doc. Send me that Google Doc, please.
Wait, from someone. I'll send that off camera, but we can provide pictures at the end. But I gotta ask my friend for it because he has the link to it. But I have pictures of his DMs. My friend who was a part of it and regrets it was like, "What was it all for? Was it for financial game?" And he was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He just denies. And it's so hilarious because it's so obvious he did it because the evidence. He's just a big clown. He's just a big Polish clown.
He was running a mafia to destroy bootleg servers.
Eunice.
Yeah, what's up?
No,
Kukui?
but
Yeah,
then-
How long do you record these episodes?
this is our first episode, so
This is the first episode.
this is the first episode. Yeah,
Do you know?
scrap one because they
doesn't
decided
matter-
to record without me.
it doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter,
It doesn't matter, Kukui. It
Does it matter
does-
if we keep going on for a little bit longer?
Yeah, we can go on. We can go on.
Let's go on for a little bit.
There's
I want to continue what I was saying.
Yeah, go
I
on,
want to
go
continue what I was saying because there was another thing. If you don't donate on his server, he'll basically try griefing your group to make sure that you donate to make money off of your group. Because I was on a 7-man just to grind the server because I like bootleg RP. I think it's fun, you know, making alcohol, shooting up cops, selling it, you know.
Sounds
but
like
I was
he's
playing
running
on
a
it.
mafia,
Our
man.
group, we made a huge. We were basically the richest on the server, money printing, doing all that stuff. And Bogo Pete goes in one of my group members' DMs that he knows, but you know my boys like me more because I'm actually not a retard. But he DMs him and says, "Yo, I need you to inside your group to get them raided by police, or else I'm gonna ban you." Just so, because we're just too good and we haven't donated. He wants the police to raid us and we lose everything because we have too much without donating. We actually grind it on a server and we have to lose it all. He's actually just a clown.
Damn. Oh, Antics, you also told me about one of the staff members on what's his name, Robocast's bootleg server being a weirdo, like a Reign of Pain type guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. On official bootleg, the server that Robocast used to record on, there was this guy. Let me think of his name. I don't know, but he was a furry. Of course. I'm just gonna say, of course. It's always a furry, apparently, who had allegations of being a pedophile, and someone got evidence and started spamming it in the official Discord, and all the head staff started deleting it and banning it instantly. I could not get a picture of it, but I think it's true because the first time I've ever talked to him, my group joined the VC with him, and he instantly asked for our ages when he could tell we were young. This was like 3 years ago. So I was around 13, you know? And he's instantly asking for our ages. And he's like 27. This man is an old-ass
Wow.
dude pretending to be an animal on the internet.
Do you think you could get us the footage and we can plug it in the video? Huh? So this is like
Yeah,
one
you
of
just,
the...
I'll go grab the footage from the stuff I didn't record 3 years ago. Let me go grab that.
No, you said that the one guy was spamming it in the thing. No? So...
We don't have that. That's what I'm trying to say. But this is all allegations. It doesn't have to be true, but you know what? It is true. I'm saying it's true.
It
He's
is
a
true.
Find this...
He's a pedophile.
Find his username. We're gonna dox this guy.
I'm not associated with any of these things. Do not. I swear to God. I'm like, what the fuck?
Completely real. It is. He's a pedophile. He is a pedophile.
We're gonna be the dragon beast for Kukui to this guy.
My fucking God.
Dragon
You
beast.
know what?
We're the dragon beast.
I was really wondering if you guys were ever gonna ask him about to me because I was this episode I was waiting for a question about him, but you guys never brought up a question about him.
No, if you want us to, we can talk about him. We
Ask,
can talk about
actually.
him. Yeah,
I
we
was
can
just
talk about
about-
him.
I am not gonna talk about him anywhere else, so I'm gonna just bring it up here.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, fine. Kukui, you know there are some things that Dragon Beast was dragged through the mud for. You know, they were saying he was like homophobic or something, but there are other people, who've done homophobic things or said them, and you know they walk of, nothing's happened to them. So I just want to hear your take on that. What do you think?
What?
What did you even just say? Okay,
Yeah,
we're skipping over that because I don't know what. No, we're skipping that.
No,
Eunice
we're
does
not.
not know
No,
what.
we're
No,
not.
no, 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 no.
Okay, to save the viewers' ears. This is all for the viewers, okay? Okay, Antics.
Okay,
you calm down.
so can you ask the question real quick so I can
Yeah,
get a better understanding?
Okay, let me type this. I'll type it for you so you can.
Oh my God, he's
Okay.
typing it. Typing it.
I can't.
Oh my god. Okay, while he's
Okay.
typing that, Charles, we'll talk about Z-Man's Discord. Z-Man's Discord
No.
is filled with the most banned kids I'll ever see. They always be posting military memes. Like, no one gives a shit that you were in ROTC class for 4 years. Like, it is just so unfunny. I've never seen more unfunny stuff in Z-Man's Discord. I'm completely sorry for anyone that joins that. Okay, Eunice, you can fucking type it out. Oh my god.
Dude, Eunice is gonna take forever. Is Eunice okay? I'm trying to remember what he was saying. Are you saying that what do we think of other people say about other groups of people? Is that what you're saying?
Saying that other people get basically canceled for saying homophobic
Okay,
stuff.
hey.
Dragon. Okay, this is what he wrote. Dragon was homophobic and shit, but there are other
Well,
people in the community
he was called it.
who you have had on your show who have said homophobic. Okay, let me get this clear.
What do you think of that? What do you think?
Okay, let me get this clear real quick. Let me
okay.
clear the air on
Get it
specifically my
extremely clear.
stance on Dragon Beast. Dragon Beast is a weirdo. Okay, there's something actually wrong with the guy. It's not like oh I don't like him because he said a bunch of shit, right? I mean that also adds on to it, but I guess I have to really explain most of the shit that Dragon Beast has done. Dragon over the past year, I believe it's been almost a year. Has it been a year? I don't even remember at this
so.
Year
point.
and a half.
I think so.
I think it's year and a half.
Yeah, it was
I have
2020,
completely
yeah.
excommunicated from that guy. I'm not that guy's friend anymore, and he's like he just can't handle it. And almost every other and when anyone brings up my name, he either says something like I'm a rat, or he makes up some elaborate lie, or makes up some other lie of why I'm not his friend anymore. And I'm like I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? And I think I'm gonna clear the air on specifically what happened with me and Dragon Beast real quick, because I think there's a lot of people that have been told that either I snaked them, or like I did something else to him, and I'm like, it's not true. The reason why I am no longer friends with Dragon Beast is because there's a I think I don't even remember how many reasons, but I'm gonna list them. So first one, Dragon Beast is a guy that's just some random guy on the internet. How I met him was I think technically speaking, when I talked to him 1-to-1, not through voice, but just like talk to him.
Talked?
No, when I talked to him,
like a text. I think he meets up a text or something.
I was in a call and he was muted, and that's how it went down, right?
Yeah,
so what was happening? I'm gonna bring up these people's names. So train dude, I believe the name was. I forgot who else. Some other like random person. What they were doing?
Cool.
Shut
up.
I
like Train Dude. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
What was happening is that these guys were just being obnoxiously annoying about Dragon Beast and how they hated him. And it got to the point where I was like, why are you guys hating on this guy? And they kept bringing up like random fucking things like, oh, he's a kid, or like some other dumb shit that just didn't make any sense, right? I'm like, why are you hating on him because of that, right? And I got kind of like, I was like miffed because I'm like, why are you all hating on him? And they never gave me a specific answer of why. And then I'm like, okay, this is really fucked. It's kind of fucked up, right? They're just fucking ragging on this guy for no reason. They didn't give me a reason. No one else gave me another reason of why they hate this guy. So I started talking to the guy to figure out what the deal was. And as I was going on with talking to this guy more and more, I was slowly starting to see something else that people were not able to say, or people weren't saying at all. The guy is a fucking weirdo. Has said some really, really fucked up shit, and has done some really fucked up shit. If anyone that knows, like, or seen shit that he said anywhere, got to the point where we're Fleshy Pig. If anyone knows who that is.
Yeah.
He made a cancel video.
He made a whole thread. Well, also the video on the forums about it, which was kind of stupid in my opinion. I mean, in my opinion, the whole idea, the whole purpose of that thread was not to deal with to correct Dragon Beast or anything like that. It was to just remove his hoodie, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. I don't think that was the case. Like, I think that was just really dumb. Like that was the whole point of it. It was not like, hey, this guy's a fucking dumbass. I guess it was sort of, but it wasn't. And it got to the point where like, oh, and I told Fleshy, I'm like, because he was being told this lie by a bunch of people that Dragon Beast basically spammed Nelson for a hoodie, or like said some shit. Like, he sent a bunch of emails to get his hoodie. And I told Fleshy, I told him, hey, how he got his hoodie was he did this Twitter 100 day Twitter thing to his Nelson's birthday, and that's how he got his hoodie. And that's what the catalyst for him losing his hoodie was, because of that. Because I told him it was done on Twitter, and it was a 100-day thing, and he told Nelson this was done on Twitter, And what I'm calling him out for was done on Twitter. So you should remove his hoodie because he got on Twitter and he's doing this on Twitter, so it counts, right? So he got rid of his hoodie because of that. And then Nelson, funnily enough, said that he had blocked Fleshy and Dragon Beast directly after that, which is not true. Not sure why he would claim that. If I remember correctly, he did claim that. He said he blocked both parties. I think he said something like that. I'm like, which didn't make any sense because he would later at both parties. But okay, whatever. Basically, that was one of the first times that, like, I guess, like, the majority of the community was like, yeah, fuck this guy, right? And, like, that was during the time where I was getting kind of annoyed because I'm like, bro, you gotta stop doing this shit. And it got to the point where, before he lost his hoodie, another community member, I will not say his name, was talking to Dragon and telling him, you gotta change, bro. You can't really be doing this. And, you know, if you really do have these beliefs, just keep them to yourself, bro. There's no point in putting out these things out online for everyone to see. And what Dragon did was completely fucking lie. All he said was, I wanted. He basically said that, yeah, I want to change and I want to, you know, I want to do better for myself and do better for other people. And I was like, okay, maybe there's a chance in this guy, right? Maybe he's gonna change. Maybe he's gonna go do something else better. And then he just doubled down. He completely doubled down on everything. He completely fucking disregarded Fleshy's, like, criticism of what he was doing and made a whole counter video that I believe is still on his channel defending himself against Fleshy. He still makes fucking ridiculous takes and says a bunch of fucked up shit about groups of people. And I think at that point, that was where that was still going on. I was like, okay, this guy's fucked. I don't really care about this. But it wasn't the tipping point. The tipping point for me was when he started asking people that he knew these people were not at all related to anyone else besides me. You couldn't really find them anywhere else because they weren't community. They were just random people that I had as friends that are close to me. And what Dragon was doing was Dragon was privately messaging them and acting like somebody else and was asking for personal information through them behind my back in private messages to figure out where I was, my full name, and I guess I remember, if I remember correctly, also my address. And at that point, I was like, okay, I'm no longer friends with you. That was the tipping point for me. Was the moment that he tried to get information about me behind my back to people that he thought he could fool by pretending to be somebody. And that's when I stopped talking to this guy, and I told some people what happened. They're like, this is fucked. And then they took action against him by either removing him from their Discord servers or other reasons, which has made them believe that I went behind my people's back and told them, hey, you got to remove this person, which isn't true. I told people what happened, and they were like, yeah, this is fucked up. And they took action on their own accord. I didn't coerce anyone to do anything, which is a misconception that people think that I did. I told the truth, and people did, what they wanted to do with that knowledge that they gained from me. That's what happened with Dragon. Nothing like I didn't become friends with him because he lost his hoodie or anything like that. It was literally because he's a fucking weirdo that says a bunch of dumb shit about people, lies to people, and then tries to get information behind my back about me for whatever reason. There's no reason. I should say this for now. There's no reason that anyone should be getting any information on anyone about personal information of where they are or where they live or their full name. There's no other reason than to harm that other person or to get dirt on them, to use it in any nefarious way. So, no. To the people that are still listening, honestly, I mean, that's why I hate Dragon Beast, and I don't want him anywhere near anything, if I'm being honest. I don't like the guy. And,
I see.
Yeah. There's a lot
The reason why he wants that info is so if you make him mad, he has that info on you.
Of course.
Because he seems like someone that'll get whiny.
Uh-huh.
And the funny thing is, he always posts about how he wants the unturned community to be this safe place, this safe area. He even made that website about unturned community members. It's only his friends. Anyone he talks to.
He's this weird Christian.
He doesn't have anyone in there that's like actually helping the community currently. He just has all of his friends that don't upload.
Yeah.
Are you talking about what's it called? His he was Christian and then talking about weird stuff on his Twitter, like he was saying really weird
Well,
Christian
his
things.
ideology doesn't necessarily dictate what he has to say. I mean, that's a part of it. I guess that's a huge part of it. I believe that's the reason why he even says some of the things he does. But there's certain things that he says that are completely not out of like that realm, like completely being racist. Like
Oh.
I think the majority of those
Jeez.
tweets are gone. But the people that saw them and the people that were like, okay, this is like, what the fuck you doing? I think there is screenshots between certain people that I've seen, but I'm not gonna say anything. But no, it's not because personally I believe it's not because of his ideology. I think there's something else up in his brain that's fucked and makes him say the things. And also, I've told Eunice this because I think we've had discussions about it, but
Yeah.
you know, the reason I believe the reason why he even does this in the first place is because he's able to get away with it. He's literally just some guy that hides behind a profile picture and the name. That's literally all he is. All he is the equivalent of an AI text bot. That's all he is an AI text bot. That's all he does. Doesn't do anything for the community. Doesn't do anything at all, and contributes nothing. He doesn't contribute to anything, from what I know. And is replaceable with anyone else that can do his job. He's not at all unique. So,
A bit harsh, but yeah, okay.
that's the truth. That's the truth. I'm sorry, that's the truth. If anyone disagrees with me, then I mean you're just blind. You honestly can't see that. I mean, you have to just look at the underlining things that Dragon does, and just try to disagree with what I have to say, because there's no way you can. I was friends with this guy for I think 6 months. For 6 months, and became good friends with him to the point where there was a video, like I think multiple videos on his channel, including me, and where we were close. I bought that guy Minecraft, bro. That's how
Yeah, that's
good
why his
friends we
name's
were.
Kukui, what's it called? Dragon or something.
Yeah, I bought that guy Minecraft. That's how close we were as friends. Just know that.
Oh,
If you think that you can psychoanalyze him as well as a person that was that close to him, then I don't know. I guess you're completely better than me. But no, I was good friends with the guy. I saw everything. I know what this guy was about, and I found what this guy was about, and I completely removed him the moment that he did the things he was doing. So that's what happened with Dragon Beast. And that's the whole story, to the summed up story, really. So.
I see.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Guy's a fucking weirdo, and honestly deserves to be excommunicated by the whole community. Honestly.
Oh, wow.
okay.
So
Okay.
That was, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I personally have never enjoyed being by people that don't use microphones. Like,
It's just weird, to be honest. But
they're always kind of weird. You never know them. You don't know them if they don't talk. Like, if you only know someone because they send you messages, that's kind of weird.
yeah. Is there any more questions y'all have for me? I'm not really sure what else to.
I would like to know, is Trident Games just bad, or is he scared to make videos on multiplayer servers?
I don't even know, man. You had to ask Trident for that. I don't know.
All of his videos are single player. I would like to know, because he seems like a pussy to me.
No, Trident Games
Is
a
this
beast,
Trident
bro. He's
Games
a
guy a
beast.
pussy?
He's
Is
a
this
beast.
Trident
He's a
Games
beast.
fellow a pussy?
He's a beast, bro. Trust me.
Okay.
He goes beast mode.
Okay, we'll go with that. Okay. But I think that's all for today. Charles.
Yes, sir.
All right,
So-
this concludes another this episode of the ADY Podcast.
Yes.
I've been your guest, CucuyCharles, and come over to the Unturned Podcast if you want to hear more about me. Because that's what all I am.
No. Do not visit the Unturned Podcast.
Don't do that.
Okay?
Do not do that. Do not go
Do
to
not
the
do that.
Unturned
Stay on
Podcast.
this
Don't
one.
do
We'll,
that.
We'll have him come back.
That
soon,
is,
later,
it has
some other time.
coalition band kids on there. They have
Exactly.
coalition
It
band
has- it-
kids
the-
on the Unturned Podcast.
No, Kukui, seriously, bro. You're
They're
five
racist.
low-
They're racist. Okay, end the recording. End the recording. It's done.
Okay, yeah.